Budget Speech 2017. Almost 24 hours have passed since the Minister read his budget speech. Many things have been said, many opinions have been expressed. But maybe it's useful, given that a few hours have passed, to reflect in a more objective way about what has culminated. People often think emotionally about the budget speech. It's important to think about the context and the perspective of different people. So, for instance, thinking objectively, compared to a year ago, in many ways the macroeconomic environment is a bit more favorable, both internationally and locally. Internationally, we see signs of economic growth picking up ever so slightly. We see commodity prices recovering. We see a rediscovery almost of the BRIC countries, the emerging nations. Closer to home, the better commodity prices are good for our economy. The worst of the drought seems to have abated. And the rand has been remarkably stable. Of course, the risks remain. International growth is very brittle, very fragile, and could be derailed very easily by any one or more of things such as Brexit. We don't quite know about Donald Trump. There could be a revival or a drop again in Chinese economic growth. Here at home, although we are looking for slightly better economic growth, as mentioned by the Minister in his budget speech, they are forecasting 1.3% compared to last year's 0.5%. That too remains not only fragile, but still disappointing. In fact, that disappointing economic growth very clearly has a bearing on the potential new tax collection. As the Minister pointed out in his October midterm budget speech, we need at least another 28 billion rand. At the same time, we're all very much aware of the reality of the possibility of junk bond status. So although we are heading or still suffering from low economic growth, there's really no way the Minister could have afforded to introduce an expansionary fiscal policy. So within these constraints, what has happened? He is budgeting for a 3.1 deficit and trying to stabilize the government debt at around about 50%. That will be excellent news for credit rating agencies. Nonetheless, despite being fairly restrictive, he has managed to kind of redistribute spending in favor of, obviously, the poorer, and one of the major vehicles for raising more tax, namely personal income tax at a higher level, is also a kind of a redistributive policy. So, as always, a very delicate balancing act. It does not really address long-term issues such as economic growth in the long term and job creation. It doesn't really address the question of nuclear energy. It doesn't address the ownership structure of state-owned enterprises, but in the circumstances, probably the best we could have hoped for, holding the ship steady, as it were, appeasing credit rating agencies, appeasing investors, and thereby creating a platform for possible future and better economic growth. It won't satisfy everybody. Taxpayers, especially the richer ones, will be unhappy. Consumers not too happy. But I say again, in the circumstances, probably the best we could have hoped for.